Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. As always, guys, before we get started, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Now, some headline news just broke, guys. Let's get straight into it. CNBC. PayPal is diving deeper into crypto by launching its own stablecoin. What investors should know. So yes, that's right, guys. PayPal, one of the OGs in electronic payments, co-founded by Elon Musk. Guys, I remember opening a PayPal account when I was in college to buy stuff off of eBay, and now they're launching their own stablecoin. I mean, guys, if you follow this channel, this really shouldn't be any surprise to you because I told you that these fintech companies, these giant Web 2 companies, that in the next year or so, they're going to develop some type of Web3 and crypto strategy. And if they don't, they're going to go the way of Blockbuster. They're not going to make it. So this is a natural progression for a company like PayPal because currently, I mean, think of it like this. If I want to send you money electronically, say if I'm buying something off of eBay, I can only send you money through PayPal if you have a PayPal account, right? It's a closed off ecosystem. So now what PayPal is doing is launching its own stablecoin. But if we go deeper into the article, guys, there's some stuff you're going to want to know because it's going to connect some dots from other stuff that we've been talking about. So check it out, guys. So PayPal USD is 100% backed by US dollar deposits, short-term US treasuries, and similar cash equivalents, according to Monday press release. Additionally, PayPal stablecoin is redeemable one for US dollars, which means one PayPal USD can be redeemed for one US dollar and vice versa. That's important to know, guys. So what they're saying is that this coin is backed 1-to-1. It's just a stable coin. It represents the dollar. It's not going to fluctuate in price. And also what they're saying is it's backed 1-to-1, 100%, meaning that, let's say I have $1 million in PayPal stablecoin and you have $1 million of PayPal stablecoin. If we go to withdraw it, we're going to be able to withdraw cash money on. They have to keep this money cash on hand. Now, will PayPal actually do that? I don't know. FTX also said they had all the cash, deposits on hand. We've seen how that ended up. But I do think that PayPal will, but I'm not too big of a fan of this news. I actually don't really find it that revolutionary because it just kind of makes sense that they would do this, right? I mean, an electronics payment company not integrate crypto, that'd be suicide. That would be the end of PayPal. So I'm not too surprised by this, and I'm not too excited about this. But as an investor, I pay attention to this, and this is why. Check this out, guys. So what? When we talk about stablecoins, when we talk about central bank digital currencies, when we talk about these different crypto projects, as an investor, what we want to look at is what is the infrastructure that this coin is built on, meaning that what blockchain is housing this stablecoin. Well, it says in the article right here. So PYUSD lives on the Ethereum blockchain and is issued by Paxos Trust Company, a financial tech company that specializes in blockchain and offers crypto brokerage services. So guys, PayPal's stablecoin is built on the Ethereum blockchain. Now, if you remember in previous episodes, we've kind of always had this discussion, and the mainstream media alluded to that, everything other than Bitcoin is a security. Everything's going to zero. Only Bitcoin's going to make it. So do you guys think a company the size of PayPal wouldn't do their homework on if this technology was going to be outlawed or going to go to zero, going to be banned? The fact that they chose the Ethereum blockchain really makes me feel confident in, my investment in Ethereum. And as you guys know, I'm not the biggest fan of Ethereum. Ethereum has a ton of problems, but the problems that Ethereum have, in theory, can be fixed. Now, the centralization issue is something I worry about. Now, Kevin, what's the centralization issue? Well, the whole point of crypto is to get away from companies like PayPal, is to get away from these giant tech companies that, like, you can use this technology as long as it's in their arena, as long as it's in their ecosystem. That's what we want to get away from. You're like, Kevin, why would we want to get away from PayPal? Well, you got to have a little long-term memory, guys. So a lot of people are excited about this, and they think that some kind of way that this is cool, that PayPal is getting into crypto. It's not cool. It's really not cool, because this is why. Check it out. You guys remember, Fortune, PayPal tells users it will fine them $2,500 for misinformation, then backtracks immediately. So guys, a story, some leaked information, some leaked documents showed that PayPal was actually talking about fining their users. So you have a PayPal account and you post something on social media that is deemed misinformation, they can fine your account $2,500. I don't think that's what the founding fathers had in mind when they created this country. Now, I know that this technology is new, and the founding fathers maybe didn't envision electronic payments and did all this digital infrastructure and social media. The founding fathers, when they wrote the Constitution, they didn't kind of envision this happening. But if the founding fathers were here, I don't think they'd want you fined. Guys, imagine the British are coming, and, he gets fined $2,500. Does this make any sense to you? So, but Kevin, they backtrack that. They're not going to do that. Well, guys, check this out, guys. Gotta love the internet. So, guys, some people dove into the PayPal code, and in the code, it talks about there's already codes where they can freeze wallets, they can freeze addresses. So, you're probably thinking like, oh, Kevin, well, this doesn't apply to me. I mean, I'm not doing anything wrong on the internet. I'm not spreading misinformation. They wouldn't come after me. Well, what you're not thinking of is, what constitutes as misinformation? Who is the arbiter of what is misinformation? Do you guys think that PayPal should be the arbiter? Do you guys think that they should have the final say and be able to freeze your bank account? Guys, your money is your property. You have property rights. They cannot just freeze your money. Oh, but Kevin, it's a private company. Well, it's starting to see that these private companies and these corporations are kind of above the law, and they're acting not in what the founding fathers would have envisioned. This isn't a capitalist society. I don't think PayPal should be able to freeze your money. I don't care, guys, I don't care if you're a Republican or a Democrat. I don't care if you're conservative or liberal. They should not be able to freeze your money. So if we can just agree on this, I would actually embrace Web 2 companies coming into Web 3, as long as it was facilitated in a decentralized way where they don't have this type of control. Because this is what should not be allowed. Now, if we go to this article, check this out. Blockworks. The PayPal stablecoin is bigger news than any Bitcoin ETF. Unlike a Bitcoin BTF, which locks people further into reliance on Wall Street, PYUSD could actually onboard those next millions into crypto. I don't really agree with this, guys. I think that this is kind of fake news. If you guys think PayPal launching a stablecoin, we already have stablecoins. We have a ton of stablecoins that are available to anybody all around the world. This is just a new company offering a stablecoin that's built on Ethereum. We already have stablecoins built on Ethereum. So how could this be bigger than a Bitcoin spot ETF being launched, which is going to allow institutions to pour millions of dollars? So all of Wall Street is going to be onboarded into crypto at the same time when these spot ETFs get approved. Now, let's get into that, guys, because that's the next story. Check it out. Oh, by the way, Congresswoman Maxine Waters says she's deeply concerned about PayPal's new stablecoin. Guys, I love Maxine Waters. I really do. Do you guys think Maxine Waters really understands what a stablecoin is? Like, do you guys think that if Maxine Waters had to go on a live stream and explain what a stablecoin is and how does it work, do you guys think she would know? So we see the big companies, and again, guys, it's watch what they do, not what they say. So we see, whether it be the SEC, whether it be, Congress people attacking crypto, but then we see the mainstream adoption. So this PayPal news, this news is no surprise to me. I knew this was going to happen. This was the natural. I'm surprised it took them this long. I'm surprised because I believe you could already buy crypto on PayPal. You could buy crypto on Venmo, on Cash App. So it would be no surprise to me they'd launch a stablecoin because you need a stablecoin for these markets to work. So, and guys, check it out. It's just funny to me at this point. It's kind of hilarious. Wall Street Journal, guys, you're the Wall Street Journal. You guys trust them. You don't need to trust me. Stablecoins can keep the dollar the world reserve currency. Blockchain-based assets could be to finance what Voice of America has been to U.S. diplomacy. What? So, guys, it went from this technology as a Ponzi scheme, as digital beanie babies, to now it's the greatest technology in the world. Now that PayPal, now that these big corporations are embracing it, now it's cool. Do you guys see what's happening? They put out this fake news to get you out of this technology so that they can buy it, so that they can implement it, because they want you to use it only if it's in their arena, only if it's in their ecosystem, so that they can make money off of you and that they can buy these assets at lower prices. I mean, guys, it couldn't be any more obvious now. I've been saying the same thing on this channel since I started. It's just kind of cool watching it all, unveil, watching it all happen in real time. And, what we need to ask ourselves is we need to ask ourselves is, do we want to live, what do we want Web3 to look like? Because it's up to us. We're the people. We're the consumer. We have more power than what the mainstream media would have you believe. Meaning that, do we want to live in an ecosystem? Do we want to operate in PayPal's Web3 ecosystem? Do we want to operate there? Or do we want to operate in a world that's decentralized, that's not controlled by any PayPal, that's not going to fine you for misinformation, that's not going to freeze your assets if you post a meme? And again, guys, this isn't a political issue. This isn't an issue of like, well, Kevin, I'm on the right side of history. I'm with the good guys. Well, guess what, guys? We're about to go through a presidential election, and I don't know who's going to be president. Do you know who's going to be president? Does that president represent your views? So maybe whatever president's elected, maybe he thinks that what you post is misinformation. Who gets to be the arbiter of that? So this is the problem I have with this PayPal stablecoin. This is the problem I have with, it's not just PayPal, guys. I'm not just trying to pick on them. It's going to be all these Web 2 companies. It's going to be all these big tech companies. They're going to be knocking down the doors to get into this technology, to implement this technology after they spent the last how many years telling you it's a scam. So let's get to the next story, guys. This is where the big news is. And guys, thank you so much if you made it this far in the video. Drop me a 100 emoji in the comments. So guys, SEC could approve a spot Bitcoin ETF within 6 months, says Mike Novogratz. So Galaxy CEO Mike Novogratz is optimistic that the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, could approve a spot Bitcoin ETF fund within 4 to 6 months. So guys, Mike is an insider to BlackRock, and this is what he said. Both our contacts from Invesco side and from the BlackRock side get you to think that it is a question of when, not if, that the outside window is probably 6 months. Once we get this ETF, it just makes it very easy for people to make large allocations into the space. It's a big deal, mostly because the SEC and Gary Gensler have been saying over and over, hey, the rules are clear, just come in and register. Wow, guys. So we got inside sources that are telling us that the BlackRock spot Bitcoin ETF is going to be approved in 4 to 6 months. So I look at the PayPal story as a slight distraction. Look over here. Don't pay attention to this. But I look at this story because, guys, what has happened? Guys, look how close we are to the Bitcoin halving. So we have these two major catalysts. This cannot be a coincidence that this is happening. There is no way this is a coincidence. Now, it's not just BlackRock that's filing for the spot ETF. Guys, there's a ton of other giant investment funds that are getting in line right now, that are beating down the SEC door to get their spot ETF approved. Let me show you another one. And I'm going to show you, check this out, guys. Oh, and this is guys, this is, says right here, 4 to 6 months. 4 to 6 months. This is going to be approved. Now, Kathy Woods, this is from Bloomberg, guys. Kathy Woods of ARK Invest says the SEC will approve multiple Bitcoin ETFs at once. ARK previously said it was first in line for a spot Bitcoin ETF. So, guys, I love Kathy Woods. I think Kathy Woods is awesome. I follow a lot of her investment strategy. And remember I said on this channel, she said that the ARK Invest spot ETF would be the first approved, and I said, no way, not a chance on this channel. And now she's saying, oh, well, we might not be the first to get approved, but it'll be multiple at the same time. No, that's not what's going to happen. This article is fake news. This is not what's going to happen. Let's go over it again. I'm going to explain what's going to happen. Remember, Kathy Woods said that, look, she previously said it was first in line for a spot ETF. Remember I said there's no way ARK Invest is going to have the first spot ETF approved. Kathy Woods says SEC will approve multiple Bitcoin ETFs at once. No, that will not happen. BlackRock's ETF will be first. Then what will happen is probably within 6 months to a year, they will slowly drip and approve the other ones. You heard it here first, guys. Not financial advice. So Kathy Woods already admitted I was right about one thing. So what do you guys think? Do you guys think that the SEC is really going to not approve BlackRock's ETF? Guys, did you see BlackRock's how many Bitcoin spot how many ETFs they had approved? Did you see their track record? Because when they apply for an ETF, it gets approved. Now, I guess what the question would be is if this ETF gets approved, will this affect the Bitcoin price? Because what some investors are saying is that, well, gold ETFs got approved, and that didn't affect the gold price too much when those gold ETFs and other ETFs have been approved, and it didn't affect the price of that asset. Here's the difference. Gold doesn't have a fixed supply. We don't know how much gold's in earth. We don't even know how much gold they're hoarding right now and manipulating the market. The difference with a Bitcoin spot ETF is that Bitcoin has a fixed supply. So I believe that this is just, and again, guys, I could be wrong. I believe when this Bitcoin spot ETF gets approved, it is going to skyrocket the price of Bitcoin. Then it's going to come tumbling down. And all this is going to coincide with the Bitcoin halving. So it's just going to be like a combination of the events. So I don't know exactly how it's going to go down. But again, I'm dollar cost averaging in these markets. I'm blocking out the fake news, and I'm just paying attention to what's important. Now, next story, because guys, maybe this is all coincidence, and I don't know anything. But check this out. U.S. Fed launches new program to monitor crypto activities within banks. So, guys, the U.S. Federal Reserve has launched a novel activity supervision program to manage risk associated with banks' engagement with cryptocurrency. So, guys, you remember, the Fed just launched their Fed Now program. XRP got the green light from a judge. So, all this is happening at the same time these central banks want to launch a central bank digital currency. Coincidence? Well, I don't think so. Check this out, guys. This is Grayscale's curious graph of U.S. presidential elections and Bitcoin's price. So, guys, this is previous presidential elections. Guys, can you imagine 2012? Bitcoin was $11, and then 2016 was $7.10. This is all the presidential election dates. And look how the price skyrocketed after the election. 2020 election, Bitcoin's at 15,000, skyrocketed. Guys, today it's at 29,000. We have a presidential election coming up in 2024. Could we see a similar thing? So, guys, what a crazy time to be in crypto. We got the spot ETF approval. We're here in 6 months. We got the Bitcoin halving in less than a year. And we have the presidential election in next year, 2024? Whoo, man. Man, guys. Man, look, if you made it this far in the video, man, thank you so much for watching because, guys, I don't get paid to do any of this, guys. I'm monetized on YouTube, but I don't shill coins. I don't get paid by NFTs to promote anything. I've been offered sponsorships, guys. I don't take any money from anybody. I like to do this, sponsorship free, so I could just give y'all my unfiltered opinion. I don't plan on ever taking sponsors on this channel. If I do anything for money, it'll be outside of this channel, so I can keep this as my realm to say what I really think and what I really feel. But I do think that a lot of you watching this, especially if you made it this far in the video, you're probably pretty smart, that we're going to get really wealthy. We're going to get really wealthy in these markets. And I think that the Fed, they know this. That's why they hired all those IRS agents. And I think that they're going to really monitor this space. And I think that they're really scared. I think that they're really scared of a currency or any type of asset that's not in their control, that's decentralized, and that's free from inflation. So, the thing the government, I think, fears the most is a population that doesn't hate each other, that loves each other, that gets along, that has wealth, and because, wealth gets you influence, that has, a lot of property, has a lot of influence, is independent, and essentially is not relying on the government for anything. I think that that's kind of what the government fears the most, and crypto represents a lot of that. Bitcoin represents, and you guys know this. But check this out, guys. A few more stories before I go. Yahoo Finance institutional investment brings new momentum to crypto. Guys, this was posted Friday, August 11th, yesterday, and if you guys know, if you follow this channel, we've been talking about this forever. Then, guys, last story. Microsoft partners with Aptos Labs to help connect financial service companies to the Web3 ecosystem. So, guys, another example. Remember, we talked about this. All these Web2 companies, guys, they're scrambling right now to come up with a blockchain Web3 strategy. Some of them are doing it right. You know, it's our job to try to pick these winners and losers. I believe in a diversified approach. I know a lot of you are Bitcoin only. I know a lot of you, choose other altcoins. Guys, I choose a diversified approach. I buy when there's blood in the streets. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Made this far in the video, man. Have a great rest of the weekend, y'all. I'm out. Peace.